All right, it's August. Football's about to start. I got my TV all queued up downstairs to be able to watch some games. I think some of the leagues might have started already. France, a couple of them are coming up. So before we get into the season, I thought let's do the 15 most brutal fouls in football. Not really sure. Is this like brutal, like bad hits that caused fouls, or I'm not really too sure because I've never really seen too many fouls called in football. I haven't really watched too many games yet, other than a couple here and there so far, like over the last month, and it was when I was traveling. So yeah, 15 most brutal fouls. Let's see what's up with this. If it's your first time here, my name is Jacob. Thanks for stopping in. I am an American who has fallen in love with everything European culture. Hit the like button. Let's dive in.
Here are the 15 most brutal fouls in the history of football.
They haven't cleared it all. Oh, that is a booking.
Okay.
Number 15. At number 15, the foul was committed by a player normally known for being a good guy.
You know who this guy looks like? Hold on. Kind of. Maybe not so much there. Like at a quick glance, he kind of looked like Macron, the president of France, I believe, right? Is it a president or a prime minister? I'm pretty sure it's president. Kind of looks like him a little bit, doesn't he? Just a little, like a quick glance. I thought that was him. Let's keep going.
Committed by a player normally known for being a good guy.
Far away like that.
It was in the final match of the group stage of the 2018 UEFA Champions League. Bayern Munich versus Ajax Amsterdam. Both teams were giving their all, and they each scored a goal. However, in the 75th minute, chaos erupted on the Ajax bench.
Jesus.
Mueller attempted to reach a long pass with a high kick and didn't
Holy
see the Ajax player who wanted to head the ball. The Bayern player
cleat
directly
right to
hit
the side of the head.
Tagliafico in the forehead with his boot
Damn,
studs,
dude.
causing a laceration. Tagliafico had to receive medical treatment on the field, but
Yeah.
luckily was able to continue and finish the match. Mueller, on the other hand, was shown a red card and had to take an early shower. The foul was quite violent but unintentional.
Damn. Yeah, it doesn't seem like he did it on purpose, but fuck, that's gotta hurt, dude. All right, let's keep going.
3 fouls, without a doubt, are brutal. Number 14. In the 1990 World Cup held in Italy, Cameroon surprised everyone by beating the defending champions Argentina 1-0 in the opening match. But there was a scene from that game
Argentina
that the
was that
football
good
world
back
will
then?
never forget. Just before the end of the match, there was one last counterattack by Claudio Caniggia.
Ooh,
During that
dude.
tackle, even his shoe flew off. Massing was directly sent off, and this foul was considered one of the worst in World Cup history. Indeed, football is...
Yeah, that was pretty... Hold on. I gotta go back a little. He, like, full-blown just sticks his leg out to trip him.
By Claudio Caniggia.
Like, the ball was way in front of him.
Even his shoe flew off. Massing was directly sent off, and this foul was considered one of the worst in World Cup history. Indeed, football is pure emotion, and in some cases, tempers flare up quickly. Number 13.
I can imagine so.
Our next foul is committed by a player known mainly for his aggressive defending and unsportsmanlike conduct. In the quarterfinals of the Spanish Copa del Rey, Barcelona, with superstar Messi, played against their arch-rivals Real Madrid. Messi's run towards the goal, as usual, could only be stopped by a foul. And while Messi was on the ground, Pepe did this. He stepped on his hand. Messi screamed in pain, and Barcelona went mad.
Oh, he did that on
so.
purpose.
The referee didn't see it, and there was no video assistant referee at that time, so Pepe didn't receive a foul.
Why is he so close to him? He's literally, like, walking on top of him. Like, you know who that is. Like, he's got both of his feet. I could be wrong. Am I wrong? Am I wrong on this? Or is that intentional? It seems intentional.
No video assistant referee at that time, so Pepe didn't receive a foul. Messi, on the other hand, was able to continue playing and scored the winning goal against Real. After the match, Pepe apologized, claiming it was unintentional. Sorry, Pepe, but it looked anything but accidental. Number 12.
That doesn't look accidental.
The next foul didn't even result in a yellow or red card, although this tackle nearly killed the other player. In 1988, Rangers were playing against Steaua Bucharest. The Scottish team was known for their rough style of play, but Grame Souness went a bit far.
Dude, what?
Reckless and dangerous. 40 years ago, the studs on the boots were made of iron, not plastic. The player who suffered the foul had to undergo surgery, and in the hospital he discovered how serious the situation was. One of his lymph nodes had burst, which could have endangered his life. Fortunately, everything turned out well, and Graham didn't even...
That looks really bad. It just looks horrible.
Could have endangered his life. Fortunately, everything turned out well, and Graham didn't even receive a card for his ugly foul.
Like how he straight puts his foot into the guy's leg, and then after turns around and looks at his own leg, and he's like, my leg. That's crazy.
Let's stay in England. The Premier League is known.
I like how, one more thing, we're going to go. They said that some of the players are like pretty aggressive. I guess for some reason, I just didn't expect that in football. In American football, we have players like that too, that are just like, you just know that they are really aggressive and like they make the most horrible accidents happen consistently. And they're not accidents, but let's keep going.
More physical, and John Terry was known to be one of the toughest defenders. However, this tackle knocked him out cold. It was the final phase of a League Cup match between Chelsea and Arsenal, and the score was tied at 1-1. Chelsea earned a corner, and Terry wanted to show off his heading skills.
They haven't cleared it.
Abu Diaby wanted to kick the ball away from the goal, and Terry attempted a header at the same time. It was not a good combination. Terry swallowed his tongue, stopped breathing for a short period, and had to be treated on the field. Fortunately, he recovered, but had no memory of the incident. At least Didier Drogba scored the winning goal, making Chelsea the winner of the match.
Damn, that was pretty rough, man. It does seem like that one was an accident.
The foul in the next match also occurred during an important encounter and almost sparked a brawl between the two teams. We're back in Spain in the 2011 Spanish Super Cup match between Real Madrid and Barcelona. Remember Pepe? Barcelona was leading 3-2, and it was already the last minutes of extra time when Marcelo had no chance of recovering the ball and brutally lunged at Fabregas from behind.
What?
Pure frustration. A straight red card. In the ensuing scuffle, Moreno pinched the ear of the Barca coach. Piqué and Ozil pushed each other, and yes, there was a lot of confusion. Pinto, David Villa, Marcelo, and Ozil all received red cards and had to watch the final seconds from outside the field.
Damn. Hold on. I want to see that one again really quick because I feel like I kind of missed it.
And brutally lunged at Fabregas from behind.
Oh.
Pure frustration.
Damn. All right, dude, I've gotten like a cleat into the back of my calf before in football. I think in soccer too when I played. And I only say soccer when I'm saying football, soccer, because I have only played American football. But I've gotten cleats. Dude, that was fucking hurt. Holy cow. Sure you guys understand if you played before.
Axel
Not
Witsel
fun.
was an important player for Dortmund in recent years. But when he was making a name for himself in 2009, he was involved in one of the worst fouls, and some even called for his ban from professional football. At the time, the
Seriously?
young Witsel played for the Standard Liège. He was part of Belgium's golden generation, and top clubs from around the world had their eyes on him. But then, during a match against Anderlecht, this happened.
What?
Witsel broke the opponent's leg, received a red. Unintentional, but with the next incident, the perpetrator of the foul won't be able to escape. Simply brutal. Number 8. It's the final of the 2010
Jesus.
FIFA World Cup in South Africa.
That hurt my stomach.
Netherlands, with Arjen Robben, faced the Spanish tiki-taka of Iniesta and Xavi. It's the 28th minute and the score is 0-0 when Nigel de Jong turns into a kung fu fighter against Xabi Alonso.
What the hell, dude?
It's understandable that the Spanish players were furious with the referee.
Kung fu fighter. I was like, what does he mean kung fu fighter? That's a horrible place that I paused at with this face. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at the kung fu fighter comment there. All right, let me go back just a little.
It's understandable that the
Damn,
Spanish
dude.
players were furious with the referee because the Englishman, Howard Webb, only showed a yellow card. It's hard to believe when you see those images. Fortunately, Alonso could continue playing, and since Robben failed to score, Spain ultimately won the World Cup. But this foul in the Bundesliga didn't have a pleasant aftermath. Number 7.
Oh, damn.
The injured player even sued the other player and the opposing team's coach. In 1981,
For real?
Bielefeld played against Werder Bremen. Ewald Lienen tried to dribble past Siegmann. The iron studs cut Lienen's thigh, and I can't show you the leg photos, otherwise YouTube would block the video. The player recovered from the injury after 4 weeks, but sued Siegmann and Otto Regal, the coach of Werder Bremen at the time. According to Lienen's accusation, the player had encouraged his teammates to commit the foul.
I don't know. I don't know the backstory on it. It doesn't look really like some of these. It's hard because they're coming in so fast, and then like you just lose control of your foot by like literally a foot, and it's like you're going into someone's thigh or chest, especially when you're jumping up in the air. I'm guessing his lawsuit probably didn't pan out. I'm just guessing. We'll find out. Right now.
The player had encouraged his teammates to commit the foul. The lawsuit failed, but the incident didn't go unnoticed.
I mean,
In the return match, the coach even sat on the bench wearing a bulletproof vest. There were death threats against him. Number 6.
seriously?
Martin Taylor also received a death threat after his foul on Eduardo. We're back in the Premier League. Birmingham City against Arsenal. Martin Taylor's incredibly brutal foul against Eduardo of Arsenal resulted in a broken tibia and fibula.
I don't know if I can watch it.
The incident was so shocking that even on TV, replays weren't shown. Taylor was suspended for 3 matches. Eduardo returned to the field after a long injury hiatus, but was never the same.
I bet. Dude, that's the worst, man. When these guys get hurt, and I'm sure football, professional football is like this, just like it is with other sports. Basketball, Achilles, like when they tear their Achilles, that used to be like your career is over. Now they can kind of fix it a little bit, but it sucks when someone hurts themselves in a game and it's like they're never really the same person again. It's sad. You know, I guess it comes with the territory. I don't know. I guess we shouldn't feel too bad about millionaires like not making more millions of dollars. It just sucks for, the actual game.
Our number 5 occurred 2 years later, again in a Premier League match. Stoke City's Ryan Shawcross entered the duel, made the first contact, and broke Aaron Ramsey's leg.
Ooh, fucking A, dude.
Red card and was suspended for 3 matches. Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger and the rest of the team were furious. 19-year-old Ramsey was making a name for himself in the football world, and many feared his career was already over. Fortunately, he recovered from the terrible injury and continued to play. Now
Nice.
Let's move on to a foul that gave the player a nickname. The Butcher of Bilbao, number 4. In the 1980s, Athletic Bilbao and Barcelona had the biggest rivalry in Spain. Bilbao became champions in 1983, Barcelona won the cup, and in their 4th round of the new season, the 2 teams were set to face each other.
I just noticed Barcelona's jerseys really haven't changed that much. I've seen some of these other teams, they're like constantly wearing different uniforms and jerseys. Barcelona is like, that's what I see Barcelona. I don't know as of like today, like in a couple of weeks when they're playing, but at least from the highlights that I've seen, it's a jersey still kind of the same. That's cool.
Round of the new season, the 2 teams were set to face each other. The skillful Catalans against the tough Basques. 2 different football worlds. The score was already 2-0 for Barca when Maradona received the ball in midfield.
Please don't be. Yeah, that's dirty.
Goicoechea brutally lunged from behind and broke the 25-year-old Maradona's ankles. Maradona had to stay out of the game for several months, and Goicoechea received an 18-match suspension. We've reached the top 3, and we're back in the Premier League. Number 3. In 2006, Manchester City played against Portsmouth. After a corner kick, Portsmouth player Mendes rushed to clear the ball.
No.
Bro, no way.
Ben Thatcher hit him in the face with an elbow for no reason. Mendes lost consciousness and had to be treated on the field and then taken to the hospital.
Dude, he straight up came in and punched him. Why is he there? I gotta see it one more time.
Portsmouth player Mendes.
He comes out of nowhere.
No.
Like, what's the point of that? That's dirty as shit.
Elbow for no reason. Mendes lost
and then he's like pissed off after it.
On the field and then taken to the hospital. The absurd
Dude,
thing is that Thatcher only received a yellow card. What does one have to do to get a red card in England? Later, he was suspended by the Football Association for 8 matches and fined by his own club, being docked 6 weeks' wages as a punishment. Hey, it's not fair to hit others when you're...
Dude, that's so bad. That's the worst one I've seen yet. It's not like an accidental kick. He's running full speed at him when he's almost out of bounds and then throws an elbow. He said elbow, but it looks like he hit him with a fist.
But it's perfectly fine to hit the subscribe button with force. Now, let's
check out
move
FootFlex,
on to
you guys.
Classic moment in football. Number 2, France versus Germany. In 1982, the 2 teams met in the World Cup semifinals, and the encounter was ruthless. Suddenly, a good opportunity for France. Goalkeeper Schumacher lunged at Battiston and knocked him out with a powerful blow. The player lost several...
I totally missed it the first time. When these older videos are up and it's kind of blurry and I'm like trying to scan the field and just slightly miss it. Let me see it one more time.
Semifinals, and the encounter was ruthless. Suddenly, a good
it doesn't look that bad until
France.
I saw the second frame. Okay, that's why it was out of frame that first time.
Lunged at Battiston and knocked him out with a powerful blow. The player lost several teeth and suffered a spinal injury.
Jesus.
Lunged at Battiston and knocked him out with a powerful blow.
Man.
The player lost several teeth and suffered a spinal injury. One of the worst fouls ever.
Lost teeth?
Schumacher had no chance of touching the ball, and it seemed like he just wanted to knock out the French player. But here's the absurd part. He didn't receive any card, not even a yellow one. Germany won the semifinal, but then lost to Italy in the final. Our number one, perhaps the most brutal foul ever, happened in England. Are we really surprised? Number one, September 1997. Manchester United was playing against Leeds. Roy Keane and Alf Inge Haaland, or rather Erling Haaland's father, clashed several times during the match. 5 minutes before the end, Keane wanted to trip Haaland, but in the process he injured himself. Haaland leaned over him and shouted to stop faking an injury, but Keane wasn't faking. He'd torn his cruciate ligament and had to be out injured for a long time. 3.5 years later, the two faced each other again. Haaland was playing for Manchester City, the eternal rival of Manchester United. Keane wanted only one thing, to have revenge on Haaland.
Revenge.
He received a red card and a 3-match suspension, plus a fine of £5,000. A year and a half later, he wrote in his autobiography that he wanted to hurt Haaland with that.
Oh, that was so bad. Oh my God. What? I don't even want to watch it again. I can't. Oh my God. All right. I feel like I got a pretty good stomach for some of these, but that was nasty, that last one. I don't even want to play it over again because I want the video to actually be viewable for you guys. So 15 most brutal fouls in football. Yeah. All right. Hopefully I don't see any of these in the upcoming seasons. That'd be pretty brutal. Appreciate you guys watching the video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.